Alright, what's up everybody? We are on the third episode of Mushoku Tensei, Jobless Reincarnation, which I see is called A Friend. So yeah, that's gonna be interesting, man. Maybe it's gonna be the first time that Rudy actually gets himself a friend or something, right? Because clearly we've been getting a glimpse at his former life, what used to be his life, yeah, before he got this one. And it wasn't the happiest of existences, or I don't know how to put it, but I don't know, like I can already tell what this show is turning into, right? And that it is basically just one massive life lesson, I can imagine that it's kind of turning into, or we're just gonna constantly, yeah, I mean, we're just gonna keep learning more, I guess, about what that life used to look like for Rudy and what he now figures he can do in this new world that yeah, is going to allow him to make something of it, right? As he himself had basically already put that, I think, at the end of the first episode. It's been a while since I watched the first two episodes back to back, like a week or so ago. But yeah, I mean, I honestly really enjoyed it so far. I told you all that already. I'd heard a couple controversial things, of course, about the show, or people saying that they deemed it to be like that. I can see why. I've talked about all of that stuff already, right? And I'm sure those kinds of scenes are going to continue as well. So looking forward to it, I guess. But the big question still is like, okay, where do we go from here, right? Because last episode we basically already said goodbye to Roxy, which was a little surprising to me, right? I think she talked about this school or something. Yeah, that Rudy could be sent off to now that he was 5 years old. I think he became last episode. But yeah, she basically said goodbye. I'm sure we're gonna see her back at some point or another in the show, but the question is when. Yeah, and again, what is that overarching storyline gonna look like? The real goal that Rudy sets out for himself. Last episode, basically, the biggest mission was going outside. That was like a real challenge to him. And I talked about that already, how sort of, yeah, I don't know. I mean, how, I wouldn't necessarily say relatable in the way of like, oh yeah, I struggle so much to go outside or something, right? That makes me seem way too weak. But like, I do find elements of it very relatable. And I like how the show is kind of addressing, certain obstacles that you can kind of create, I guess, mentally for yourself. And I guess in Rudy's case, a lot of it was also things that he couldn't really control, right? Like he was bullied, for example. Yeah, and that shaped huge traumas, obviously, for him, which therefore prevented him, I think, from doing certain things in his former life. Yeah, and it was basically like, I mean, how do you get over something like that by yourself, right? When these things are kind of out of our control in a way, right? So I just really like what the show is trying to do in that regard, and I'm looking forward to seeing where we go. Yeah, as far as that goes. So without further ado, guys, I think that we can basically get started here with the third episode. That's what we're going to do. And of course, if you enjoy my reactions to Mushoku Tensei, you can already watch my reactions to the next 8 episodes straight away over on my Patreon page, which is going to be linked on top of the description over there. We're already going to be on episode 11, so keep that in mind. Full-length reactions will be up there too if you want to see me react to the episodes in their entirety. And then with that being said, let's dive into episode 3 of Mushoku Tensei. Yeah, that's the real gift right there, not the wand. Oh god. He had mentioned the panties, right? Is that still what we're looking at here? Oh my god. His dad is even worse. They weren't used to that. Or two. Sure. A match for mother, oh man. Complimenting her looks in the process. Yeah, exactly. Cool. Yeah, that's a better way to put it. Mom is always happy. Wait, so is this like the opening? I don't know, honestly know. Did we even have an opening in the first 2 episodes? I can't even remember, dude. But this is just unique. This is original right now. Everything is coming across. We haven't seen this. Wow, look at that tree, man. Yeah, why wouldn't you want to go outside if this is the world you're surrounded by? Like, are they gonna have an opening sequence like that for every episode individually? How will that work? The demon continent. Oh, they're bullying somebody. I guess this could be his first time standing up to it, but... is he gonna be able to handle it on his own? I guess so, using his magic. Can these kids use magic too? Why is it looking to his side? I don't get it. Okay, there we go. They don't get it. Well, that might be your first female to bring home. I don't think it's a he. That doesn't look nor sound like a he. Is that what Roxy said? Yeah, right? But... yeah, what's she mean with the forehead? Right, support. Spurt. That's how they said it. I still don't know if this person is male or female. I guess he really might be male. There we go. Interesting how he himself was the one to, you know, initiate all that. Well, neither has he, really. Yeah, exactly. Well, I guess you could consider Roxy your friend already. More like a teacher, though. Okay, now he wants to learn the magic, huh? His parents dropped them off like a real responsible human being. Look at that, man. He's growing up quick. Oh, because he came back late, though? Oh, that's what he called the Holy Relic. Oh. Wait, is he talking about one of the kids? Yeah, exactly. That was for his own good, though. Yeah. What, did the parents come to complain to him or something, or? Oh shit, he's got a point though. Wow. Because you gotta hear the other side of the story. Yeah. Yeah. That's better. Yeah, he's definitely making his dad realize now how wrong he was.
やめておいた方がいいぞパウロよ。お前に勝ち目はない。確かに染まる棒には殴られた跡があった。いつもは大人びているルーですが。
See, it's always when the parents come to complain that the other parents feel responsible then automatically, right?
ルーデウスはあの年で水星級魔術師。ちょっときつめに叱ってやらないとな。
Yeah, that makes sense. Because those parents of the bullies are just gonna believe the story of that kid, even if that kid was the one doing the wrong thing.
また夏が来た。あれから何度か例のクソガキどもが懲りずにやってきたが、
Really?
期待した。その度に母親がうちに怒鳴り。どうやら子供のことというよりパウロのことが好きらしい。
Oh shit.
子供を出しにして会いに来ていたというわ。
Maybe, honestly.
この半年ちょいで
Okay.
シルフの魔力量もかなり増えた。やはり俺の仮説は正しかったらしい。
Oh man, he's really learning.
には限界がある。あの記述の信憑性は実に薄い。
Holy shit, that visual. Awesome. I feel like I'm gonna keep saying this for the rest of the time that I watch anime, but I love it every time when they do sort of the 3D shots. They like span up the way they did from the field.
美しい。男の俺でも素直に。クソ、羨ましいぜ。思い返せば生前の俺には女の子の幼馴染がいた。だいぶ前に結婚したらしいけど、惜しいことをしたもんだ。今の俺なら幼馴染って単語だけで3発はいけるね。
Oh boy.
お湯の準備ができております。ありがとうございます。シルフ、こっち来て。
I'm still in doubt of a Sylph's gender though, not gonna lie about it. See, this might be where he actually finds out. We are not gonna take a bath together. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Well, at least my speculation wasn't wrong in the beginning of the episode then.
シルフよ、気持ちはわかるぞ。俺だって生前じゃ人から笑われるような息子をぶら下げていたから。
I love how he's not catching on to it whatsoever.
そんなにおかしな形をしていた。
Oh my god.
なんだよ。俺だけ裸なんて不公平じゃん。
わかったよ。その代わり後でちゃんと履き替えろよ。
と見せかけて。
Welp. Reality check.
俺の目に映ったのは、そこにあったものは、いや、なかったのだ。ないはずのものがあった。
Oh no.
生前モニター越しに、ああしたい、こうしたいと思いながら、ブラックラストをホワイティキャノンしてペーパーハンケチーフにミートさせていた。それがあった。
Dude, what the fuck is he even saying anymore? I'm not even following anymore. I don't think I should anyway. In all fairness, he was ignorant to the whole situation, genuinely. Sylphiette. Yeah, I guess that's what we're gonna come to know her as now.
気になる子に拒絶されれば落ち込むのもわかる。女好きは俺の血筋だ。遺伝したのだろう。しかし頭のいい息子のことだ。
We're even hearing, yeah, like that's what threw me off guard, but we're even hearing his dad's thoughts actually, which is interesting.
ごめんシルフィエット。髪も短かったし、今までずっと男だと思ってたんだ。
Ooh, yeah, actually, maybe she's not gonna really receive that the right way. That's gonna make her feel even more insecure about it now.
父さんがアドバイスしてやろうか。
お願いします。
どうしよっかな。
靴でも舐めましょうか。
Oh god.
いいかルディ、女ってのはな、男の強い部分も好きだが弱い部分も好きなんだ。
I don't know about that.
考えてみろ。自分より明らかに強いやつが欲望をむき出しにして迫ってきたらどう思う？
怖いでしょうね。
だろう？だから弱い部分を見せてやるんだ。
Yeah, like that, sure.
なるほど。
I don't know, I mean, these tips might come in handy for me even.
行ってこい。
I tend not to be the best at showing my vulnerable sides, to be honest.
ルディ、この前はどうしたの？ルディ。
Okay, there we go.
シルフィーの可愛い姿が見れなくて残念
I
だ。
haven't seen your cuteness around.
シルフィーは可愛いんだからもっと髪を伸ばした方がいいんじゃないですか？
Don't get closer, just
やだ。
keep your distance, dude. Word choice is fine.
はあ、最近のシルフィー冷たいよね。
There we go.
ごめんね。でも僕、ルディのこと嫌いになったわけじゃないよ。シルフィー。だから普通にしてて。
同年代の幼く可愛らしい女の子。上手に付き合っていく方法を俺は知らない。俺だって男だし、将来を見据えたいい関係を築いていきたい。
Look at
そ
that,
んな
man.
彼女は今まで通りの関係を望んでいる。だったら普通に接しよう。俺は精一杯新しい世界でできた。
He really is already like growing in so many ways, I feel.
しかし、俺は小さな息子に何を教えてるんだ。
Alright guys, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my reactions. And the next 8 episodes are up on Patreon, linked on top of the description. He's getting there, man. Yeah, that was a fun episode. I mean, I feel like there's not a whole lot to say about this one. I guess that with Sylphie, we just established a character that we are definitely going to be able to see return for the foreseeable future. Because with Roxy, of course, yeah, there's no real purpose for her to be in the story for the time being, because she was just his teacher up to a certain level, right? Sylphie, I'm sure we're going to see her back. And again, like you see in Rudy that he is learning already, right? Like he's learning how to approach people, how to treat them better. I find that scene with the bullies actually really, yeah, well, relatable. I mean, it was more actually the scene with the parents, rather. Where, like, I remember this so well, like, back in the days, like, literally some year during my primary school year. So, I mean, maybe I was, like, 8 years old. So, by now, that's, like, 20 years ago. But there was this kid who constantly tried to pick a fight with me. You know what I'm saying? And then I think it got to a point where, like, I mean, I told my parents about it. And we ended up actually, me and my dad, we basically ended up approaching the family of the kid or whatever, right? Because he got so... heated up over it because I told him about it. And yeah, and but then like literally we went up to the door, right, and start talking to the mother of the kid, and the mother starts saying how like, oh, I was the one constantly initiating this and that, whereas like I knew the story damn well myself, right? Like I was doing nothing, the kid was constantly trying to pick on me, basically, right? And yeah, in this case I find that again it's the same thing going on here, where like, oh, the kid was literally part of a group that was bullying this other kid, Sylphie, right? Gets rightful judgment for it, or punishment, I guess, by Rudy, of course, and then starts complaining to the parents, and the parents go up to Rudy's parents. It's like, it's so unfair, you know what I mean? But that's why I also really like that scene where Rudy then basically confronted his dad and said like, okay, well, I guess next time I'll take part in the bullying myself, and, you know, basically put him in his place that way. But, yeah, the whole thing about about Sylphie's gender, let's say, I definitely saw coming, of course. I called that out way early in the episode, so that wasn't a surprise to me, really. But, yeah, like I said, I don't really know what else to say for now. I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing where we go from here, and I can only imagine that we're still in that phase of, like, building really a foundation for the show, right? And characters that we're going to be dealing with. So, like I said, I feel like with Sylphie here, I mean, it's Rudy then, it's Sylphie and the parents, basically, that for now I can see being a core part of the show moving forward. And so, yeah, looking forward to seeing where we go from here, like I said. If you enjoyed my reaction, guys, to Mushoku Tensei, then of course you can already watch the next 8 episodes straight away over on my Patreon page, which is going to be linked on top of the description. Over there, we'll also have the full-length versions up if you want to see me react to the episodes in their entirety. And with that being said, I want to thank you all a lot for tuning in, and I look forward to seeing you back in the next episode.